Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm here today to do our color challenge, and we're going to use purple, and I got all kinds of purple things. So, very fortunately, Allie, the Cockney crafter, has made a digi. It's her first, and I think she's done an amazing job. It's just beautiful, and the colors, a lot of the colors in it are purple, so we'll be using that today, you know, to help us decorate. So I'll go through it real quick. It's 20 pages long. So there's the first one with the nice, I want to call these Easter lilies. Lily of the Valley. I love that. And that's her great-grandmother and her grandmother. So that's super cute. Then she's got some butterflies and some hydrangeas. Calla lily and a nice label there. And a lot of it is the votes for women. So like on this page you'll notice has the votes for women ticket with the purple and the green. And her grandmother, or her great-grandmother, was part of that movement. And then that little vote thing that says what a woman may be and yet not have a vote. And it's a doctor, a teacher, a mayor, a nurse. And what man may have been and yet not lost the vote, and it's like a convict, a lunatic, sorry I can't read that, unfit for service, drunkard, proprietor of white slaves, that's what it was, okay. And there's purple flower there, and then she's got one of these. This would be great like on the back of you know, like some of those pages as a back page to write on. And there's another calla lily, and there's another votes for women. And the pretty flowers up here, and in the corner. And this is a lily, and it's called Lily. Sorry, I forgot that part. That was her great-grandmother's name and her granddaughter's name. And then she does a backing page, which this is really nice, kind of like having coffee dyed, you know, paper. And then the four corners. And this is a medal of valor for the women's movement in England. And there's butterflies, a hydrangea, and music. And a morning glory and a bird cage there. And some butterflies. And then she's got some great ephemera. There's her great-grandmother and her grandmother. These are her kids all dressed up in like old-time photo garb. And then just some really cool pieces to play with. And I think this was her great-grandfather here. And there he is again with his wife and kids. There's an old postcard. So fun. Then she's got some great tags, the votes for women, and that again in a bigger, you know, the regular size. And this is like a receipt or an invoice that she's altered. That looks really cool. And some nice ephemera. And my printer, I just didn't do the shrink to fit thing, so like it kind of cut this, but that's just my own thing. You know, you've got to, these are on A4 because in England their paper is longer and I think a little bit wider, or maybe it's skinnier. I don't know, I can't remember. But anyway, so if you don't do shrink to fit, then you'll cut off some edges. So that was my own bad printing job. So anyway, yeah, so I thought we could play with those since there's lots of purple on those. And so maybe what I'll do, I'm gonna pause for a minute. I'll cut out a few of these like envelopes and things, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I've just cut out the tags and backed them. I hope this isn't seen as cheating. I just know that you guys don't want to sit and watch that. And then I just cut out some of these pieces. I didn't cut out everything, but you know, those are ones that I know I'll probably be using at the moment. And so I thought we could try one of these, like Melody made for me and sent in Happy Mail. She's Melody Willoughby, and it's Willoughby House on Etsy, and I'll leave the link so that you can see that, and I will also leave the link for Allie's Etsy shop. So anyway, we're gonna do something kind of like this. I mean, mine's gonna be a little bit different because I have the envelope. I chose a piece of Edith Holden paper and then a piece of construction paper that's in the purple color. So that is what we're gonna play with. So I'm gonna go ahead and put something on the front of that. Yeah, so I'm really excited for Allie that she has her first digi. That's really fun. And she also has a really pretty, words, journal and a bag. If you like boho, I call Allie the boho journal queen because she really does do a great boho journal. I mean, she has great journals, period, but her boho journal's very cool. So I thought I'd kind of do sort of a garden type of theme here. So I'm going to just tear this. Bless you. Imagine that. Theron's sneezing on my video. He hasn't sneezed all morning. You're allergic to me making videos. Ah. Why every once in a while, if you don't hold that just right, it just tears all goofy. Tear a little bit off the bottom here. Okay, I've got quite a bit up at the top. So I think I'm just gonna, I might nip that wing of that butterfly a little bit. I want the hydrangea flower down there, so. And then I need it about, yeah, so definitely go over and check out Allie's shop. She's been working really hard to get this out and making some nice journals. So all this is an envelope, and I just cut the top open, and my whole thing is a little bit smaller than the one that Melody did. My envelope, and that's all going to depend on your envelope and where you want it and all that. My envelope is 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, and so I've basically cut these papers just a little bit longer, so they're almost 7 3/4 long, and then the width is whatever you want it to be. This one's 5 1/2. The purple page is 5 1/2, but this is just a Edith Holden page folded in half. So, and so it's going to be like that. I'll put this here. So I may only get, you know, I may not get a whole lot done as far as quantity today because I'm doing this little folder thing, but I will use purple. And I got that all crookedy, it seems. Yep. It's really crooked. The top doesn't seem as bad, but the bottom is pretty, it's a little crooked, but not as crooked as the bottom. There's not going to be anything left by the time I actually glue it on here. There we go. So yeah. Hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you had a really nice weekend. The weather here was fabulous all weekend. We spent a lot of time outside. And today it's all rainy and kind of, well, but it's okay because we had a nice weekend. Beautiful weather. And had no place to go, so, right? We're just all sitting around looking at each other. Scoot it this way a little further, and then I think I'll add something else purple along there, just to give it a little more color. I've got my sister's pansies that she put on watercolor paper and then like hit them with a hammer, if you guys didn't see that, and that's what happened. But I guess the trick is the watercolor paper, because I've tried that before and it didn't really give me a great image. But the watercolor paper, I guess, is what makes it show up better. So we can use some of those. And my daughter just came upstairs and she's like, "Mom, you're wearing a purple sweater." And you're doing your purple challenge. And I was like, that wasn't intentional. I just got up this morning and put it on. I didn't realize. Because I'm dingy like that. Maybe I'll just put some purple. I have this little tiny... I don't have a ton of purple. It's funny. I did get some from Jamie. Jamie sent me all kinds of cool stuff, and I'll probably be using some of that too. I thought about doing a ruffle, but I don't really want anything I have to sew on here, obviously, because it's an envelope and it's a pocket, so if I stitch, it's gonna, you know, close my pocket, obviously. So I thought this would work. I can just glue it down there. And I wonder if I have something else to kind of... I would need something else. Don't have a whole lot of that. Oh, I know what we can do. We can make a little bulb pin to go on there. Maybe a gold one. I got these on Etsy. I don't remember the name of the shop off the top of my head. I'll try to remember to list it, but she's got all kinds of buttons. So that's kind of fun. Let's see. Cut one of these. This is the hanky that I used on that, the Sweet Serenity journal that I did for Medieval Mirage. Fight with me. Okay, so it's going to go that way. Oh, button first. Do it every time the wrong way. And I don't feel like I need all of this. I liked it, but trying not to cut the petal off of the flower. So I guess I can count all the little bits and pieces I make, huh? To go on it. With it, or whatever. Let's see, I need just some lace. That piece has been abused, used and abused. And then I can just kind of hang it on there. That'll work. That will work. So let's get some glue here. If I can find anything. I'm just going to kind of put it along there. Normally I definitely would like to stitch it on, but like I said, with it being an envelope, can't really do that. Maybe we'll go ahead and pin this on now. So that was just a lace, a piece of an old hanky, and a button. Just to give it a little pep up there. Right. And then this will have to get stitched into the you know, in here. But I'm going to put something on there now. Make sure that that's staying down. Let's choose another piece of this. Do the music paper. The trick with this is always not gluing your envelope shut. Done it before, so maybe I want to use I don't know. Can't decide what I'm doing here. Yeah, I just like the music, so that's what I'm going to use. I love those purple hydrangeas, they're pretty. Try to get it straight here. So my husband and I finished watching Pennyworth this weekend. Oh my gosh, I really like that show. At first I wasn't sure about it, and there were a few episodes that I probably could have lived without. There was one like satanic one, and I did not like that one at all. But aside from that, it was a really cute show. And it kind of is setting you up like for, I think, I mean, I don't know a lot about comic books. I never read comic books. I mean, I read some Jughead and stuff when I was a kid, but I wasn't into the superhero thing or any of that. But from what I can gather, it's kind of setting the stage for Batman. So, but it's just a cute show, even if you're not into superheroes, because it's not like, that's not what it's about right now. The main character, he's really good, a very good actor, and just, I don't know, he's funny because he doesn't seem very tough or anything, but then, you know, when he has to get the bad guy or whatever, he's very, very tough, and it's just kind of funny because you don't see him like that when you're first just watching. But it's very believable, and it's a good show. So if you haven't seen that one, that's worth checking out. I think it's on Epix, so I don't know. My husband's the one that finds all these things. I just go along for the ride, basically, because I don't watch a whole lot of TV myself. I usually just really pretty much watch with the family, so. I mean, if you have young kids, then obviously you couldn't watch that show with them, but, you know, if you don't have kids at home or they're older or whatever. So because I cut the top of this envelope off to make the pocket, I'm going to just glue down this little part right here. Oh, I actually need to glue down this whole thing. I forgot about that. Because I don't want it to open there like normally I would. I'm just running a bead of glue right along that edge so that it'll stay closed. Since we've got a top loading pocket there. Got carried away there. Okay, so I like that. I was looking for the pin, not the lid. Okay. Then I cut this out. This is In Love Arts shop, and that's where I got that, and it's a die cut. So let's see, what else could we put with that? Maybe we could put one of these pansies on there. My goodness, me. I think I'm just gonna kind of, sorry, my phone. And maybe we can use a piece of Allie's nice ephemera too. So let's see what we got. Okay, I know there were some little bits. What did I do? I like the jam. Oh, this little thing's neat. Cycle biscuit. I could probably put a little, this is kind of crazy purple. I don't know. I don't want to cover up that whole doily though, is the thing. So let's see. Maybe I'll wait on that. This here, I do like the pansy there. So I think I'll do that. I'm going to ink around the and this I'm just going to lay on here and kind of just to kind of, you know, make it not so bright or whatever he would say. Yeah, but we watched all the way to the end. I mean, we didn't watch the whole thing this weekend. We've been watching it for a while. And I was bummed that it was done. It's like, oh, I want to see what happens. Now we have to wait for the new season to come out. It's the only problem when you watch and finish before it's out. Ah, no, no. But I really like his character, so I'll fix that just a second. It's the only thing with these, they're so many little bits to glue. Okay, I need my and that was just a piece of Kool-Aid dyed purple paper that I cut that out of, so it's kind of a thin paper, almost like a doily. I still feel like this just needs a little something. I don't really want anything that's going to be bulky though. Let's see. Oh, I know what I could. No, that's just more doily. I was like, oh, I can use a piece of this doily. Duh, it's already on a doily. Let's see. Maybe some of this ribbon. Kind of needs to be that darker color. Got this fabric from Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. Oh, come on. I really want it frayed a lot. Just cutting it off the extra little threads that are a little bit too long. Yeah, I like that better. It just needed something. I don't know why. Look at that. The liquid from the pansy like came all the way through that watercolor paper. It's a fairly lightweight watercolor paper. It's not the super thick stuff. Bless you. Okay, so there's that. What did I do with the rest of it? Oh my goodness. I'm probably looking right. Oh yeah, it's right over here. Duh. So on this, I think I'm just gonna put some paper in here that's plain, and I think I will use Ollie's. I mean, I might like have this hydrangea or whatever, but yeah, let's do it like this, so that you can write on there. Yeah, I'm not gonna get. What am I at? 22 minutes already. I'm not going to get a whole lot of quantity today. Why I keep doing that. Sometimes I tear and it's just great, and other times it's like, seriously. I don't know what I did with my pencil either. Too much stuff sitting here. I'm going to do it just a tiny bit shorter so you might be able to see some of the Edith Holden writing. Yeah, I kind of want to see that because that handwriting is beautiful, but I just want somebody to be able to write on there as well. So. And on this other side, why don't we use some of this with this pretty scalloped edge or flower there. I'm doing the same size, roughly, yeah. Forgot about this edge. Go. Those will be a really pretty background there. Yeah, they're close enough anyway. Let me ground those. That back. It just needs to move. I just can't. It's driving me crazy. It's bad enough when I just have my normal junk sitting here. There we go. Yeah, I'd like to get this one, at least the main part of it done. this one on this side. We started watching The Ozarks, I think it's called, last night. I am not crazy about that show. So far, anyway. It's just not my kind of thing. I don't need to see all those type of horrible things on television. Life is crazy enough. But I really liked Pennyworth. That's a good show. I mean, other than that, we've just been pretty much, you know, I'm working, my husband's working, so we're not off all the time, but the kids are doing homework and we're just, you know, hanging out outside in our yard and stuff. Nothing super jazzy happening. Okay, so that one goes in there. Where did I put my... Alright, and then what do we want to put on this page? I kind of want to see melodies again just to get an idea of what... Oh, I could use some of that other... So she used a large sheet of that pink, that kind of dusty pink masking paper that I get at Home Depot. So I want to use some of these. I found these images in that same book where I got that front cover image for the colorful journal that I'm making, and we will get back to those. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? And I like this lady on here too. They're kind of small for this. What do you think about that? Alright. Let's see, what else could we use? Would be pretty on there. And oh yeah, her great-grandmother and grandmother, that's another good, I'm going to put that one on this page. Did it again. Just gotta push really hard with your thumb to make sure that that page doesn't move out. And for some reason I struggle with that. It'd be kind of fun to make that into a tuck. So I think what I'm going to do is back it with some book page first, just to give it a little more body, you know. And I only need to do like basically right here. And it doesn't matter what it looks like because you're not going to see it. I should probably tear that since it's torn. There's the straight line. I think I'll just ink that. It's going to fit on the page though. Oh yeah. It's just gonna help that be more stable instead of just a single sheet of paper. Wanting to curl. So I'm not going to go all the way to the edge because then obviously you're going to cut the entire thing open, right? So almost all the way to the edge. And I'm gonna, there's kind of a dip in that corner of that picture. I'm gonna cut that the same as it is. I'm gonna go all the way down to the ticket there. And I did cut off, you know, kind of part of the edge of the picture, but it's fine. Get the corner. Oh, yeah, there we go. Once it's all glued down, it's obviously going to be more stable than it is right now. Okay, I think that's more. Now we're going to glue all over the back, except the pocket. Do not glue the pocket. And I'm going to go right along the bottom of the page too, just so that it, you know, adheres. And then right up the side, just like you would with a regular pocket. We have a little pocket there, a little tuck. Where did I put my fabric scissors? I'm just going to cut a skinny piece. To fray on this side too, same as the other side. Oh, I need to ink around that. Then I want a hole cover thingy. Whatever these are called. Reinforcers or whatever. Those on there, and then I'm going to go around the edge of this. Love the tags, Allie. Great. They're very cute. So I'm on Allie's design team, so that's going to be fun. Just tuck that right in there. Little pocket, and then on these inside parts we'll cover it and put some other, I want to use some of the pockets from the digi as well. Just straighten this out. If I'd ever do it right the first time, I wouldn't have these dilemmas, right? I love Lily of the Valley. That's my first month flower. They're so cute. I always thought they were bigger until I grew some myself and was like, oh, they're itty bitty. Because you always see pictures of them like this, you know, but in reality they're teeny tiny. Okay, so I'm just going to take some off the top. Because this isn't the right size anyway, so we will kind of like this one though, and the flowers are both on the same side. And that isn't going to be separated. Figure out where the middle is here. I think I'm going to hold off on the Lily of the Valley at the moment. And just do use this page because I want to put some pockets too. Oopsie, needs to be a little bit shorter. A little more. Top goes on top, huh? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this here and this here. I don't even know if we're going to get one thing. It's a big thing though. But like I said, I don't care how many necessarily you do, especially when you're doing the big the big pieces, because that's, you know, that's the truth of it. That's what we do sometimes. We don't always make the little tiny stuff that's done in, you know, 10 minutes or whatever. I love this color on this purple paper. It looks pretty. This is, like I said, just construction paper that's in purple that I got on Amazon. I'll try to remember to link it below. Lots of things to link today, though. I might forget, so, but I'll try to do that. That was not straight at all. But it never is, so you're probably not surprised. Good thing it's in a junk journal. Put this on here before I mess everything up. I had lots of people that weren't very happy that I covered up my whole coffee dyed file folder. Sorry, sometimes I just do that. Like, you just get in the mode. Like, I intended to have more of it showing, but for whatever reason, you know, you just get working and it turns out how it turns out. These pages aren't the same size either. Alright, you would think they'd be better. And I knocked my tag out, and I think I'm going to put another piece of ephemera in that pocket since it's got some room. Where did I put the rest of the... Be fun to put in the... Let's do the family photo. And I'm just tearing it out since I printed it wrong and cut the top off. I don't want the frame because it's only partially there. And we'll back this. Probably should have done that before I tore it. It's a cute picture. This needs to be torn too. I'm just leaving a little bit of it there. Kind of takes the place of the what I ripped off. Can't do it like that. It's coming apart. Okay, and then that needs to be backed. This is just more book page that's, you know, the blank part. It's got something on it right there. Let's tear off this end. I'm trying to just guesstimate here. And I'll stitch around that so it will be on there better. It's still wrinkle up today. It's a really soft book page. Okay, that one will go in there too. And let's use a pocket. And these are also in there, as you saw in the beginning. And I just did this on a thinner weight paper, but you could definitely do it on a thicker paper. I don't usually do my pockets on very thick paper because it just makes them harder to fold, and they're just bulkier, and they don't really need to be unless you're putting some crazy amount of stuff in them. But these have gussets, so they should hold a fair amount anyway. This kind of needs to be on a I always fold them crooked. Imagine that. Okay, so let's put it on a piece of purple paper, because it just gets lost kind of because of the background. Okay, let's try to tear this straight, why don't we? Because that's thicker paper. And off the bottom. I mean, when you tear, you're always going to kind of get, obviously, not perfect edges, and that's sort of the point, but it's nice to try to get them a little straight sometimes, especially for like a pocket thing like this. Don't want it to look all sideways and weird. What do we got? Oh, 10 minutes. And I'm going to have gone a little over because of showing the kit and stuff in the beginning. So I'll probably finish this, sew it, and come back and show you guys what it's looking like, even though it won't be entirely complete. I love gusseted pockets because then you can just glue these and voila. I think I'll stitch around that a little bit too, just a little. While I'm stitching. Okay, so I'm going to stitch those things and I will be right back. Alright, hi everybody, I'm back. So, I feel pretty good about this, even though I feel like, you know, I didn't get a lot of pieces done. I really like this. So, I just stitched it right down the center, you know, put the Edith Holden page and the envelope, and you leave this flap free to glue down to your journal page, and I'll probably add something to tie it up with because it's not done yet. So I'll come back and show you guys when it's all finished on, you know, another day or whatever. But right now we're going to add our pocket that goes right there. Actually, I could come over a little bit and leave it as a, yeah, that's what I'll do, and I'll tuck that one behind. And then there's still journaling space over there. This is my design team project for Allie, the Cockney crafter, for April. But I mean, I know I'll be using this for, oh, you know what, I just glued that side too. I'm such a dingling. For April. But like I said, I know I'll be using it for other stuff too, so, but just so that we have that much accomplished. And like I said, I'll come back and show it when it's completely finished too. If it'll fit in here. Yeah, well, it still works. It just is not a side tuck, it's a pocket. Oops. It's just not wanting to stay for some reason. I'm probably going to have to clamp it. Stay together. So I guess I kind of cheated because I sewed and did everything, but it really only took me a couple minutes to sew that, so I think we're fairly close. Alright, so I hope you guys like this idea. That's a super fun melody. I love this pocket idea because then you just glue it right down onto your journal page, or this one I guess it is, and I might, you know what you could do, which would probably help, is if you took like a larger piece when you do glue it down and, you know, glue that to the page, so then you'd have all these. I just think it would hold it better than that one little flap by itself, because this envelope flap wasn't very big. So that's the way I would do it. It doesn't mean that you have to do it that way, but yeah, I like it, and I love Allie's new digi, so go check that out. And I'll leave the link below, and I hope you guys have an awesome day, and if you like my videos, please like and subscribe, and we will chat again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.